Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention? Please have your tickets in hand before you board the plane. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Johan Castell and you're watching Wings, brought to you from Paharganj in New Delhi. On the show today, we bring you a majestic feast for over 60 elephants in Kerala's Thrissur. And a bullock cart race on the occasion of a temple festival in Tamil Nadu. We also look at exciting music festivals worldwide. Let's start. In the heart of Kerala, a sacred celebration unfolds, not for humans, but for elephants. A blending of tradition, devotion, and animal reverence. This event in Kerala has elephants at its center.
This is Thrissur, located in Kerala, known as God's own country. Home to a jumbo feast like no other. Over 12,000 coconuts, 2,000 kg each of jaggery and flattened rice, 250 kgs of popped rice, 50 kgs of sesame, 60 liters of honey, sugarcane and more. Prepared not for a royal banquet, but to honor 63 elephants. It's the Ashtadravya Mahaganpati Homam, a Vedic fire ritual dedicated to Lord Ganesha. It is accompanied by the revered Gaj Puja, a ceremonial elephant worship, and Aneyotu, the traditional elephant feeding ritual. The Varakunathan temple, an ancient shrine at the center of Thrissur, turns into a spiritual stage. As dawn breaks, the temple's chief priest leads the ritual early in the morning. It begins with the worship of elephants, lined up majestically at the temple's southern entrance. And then it's time for the ceremonial feeding. The chief priest offers the first blessed ball of food to a female elephant. The grand traditional elephant feeding ceremony drew crowds of devotees and visitors from far and wide. A special ramp allows hundreds of devotees to pay their respects. People gather to witness the spiritual communion between humans and elephants. This cherished tradition, observed at the temple since 1985, continues to celebrate the deep bond between Kerala's cultural heritage and its revered jumbos.
Tamil Nadu, known for its history, heritage, and scenic coastlines, brings millions of visitors each year. But sometimes the interesting stories lies in the countryside. Let us bring you a story from Kolathur village, where bullock cart races took place.
From Madurai's temple towers to the cool breezes of Ooty, Tamil Nadu draws visitors for its history and charm. But behind the postcard images lies a culture shaped by the land and the animals that work it. Bulls, one of India's most venerated animals, have long stood as symbols of Tamil pride. They are not just farm animals, but sacred companions. Nowhere is that more evident than in Jallikattu, Tamil Nadu's iconic bull wrestling sport, a dramatic contest of grit, guts and heritage. Now, Kolathur village in Thoothukudi, located around 120 kilometers south from Madurai, has added its voice to that tradition, with hooves pounding the earth in celebration. During the Kodai festival of the Sri Bhadrakali Amman temple, local residents hosted a bullock cart race that drew hundreds of spectators. Loud cheers echoed through narrow lanes as decorated carts raced across dusty tracks. The sound of bells tied to bulls' necks echoed across the countryside as the carts charged forward like poetry in motion. The race featured 85 bullock carts, divided into 3 categories: small bulls, big bulls, and the agile Ponchittu bulls, a local breed known for its speed and endurance. Each team had trained for weeks. Farmers polished their carts, fed their bulls special diets, and rehearsed their runs. For them, this was not just a festival event, it was a point of pride and prestige in the community. Prizes were awarded to the fastest carts in each category, but the true reward was symbolic: honor, recognition, and community pride. Many racers dedicated their victories to the temple deity. Although animal welfare activists highlight that bullock cart races inflict damage to animals, the races still carries on in the state. Tamil Nadu's tourism usually follows well-worn paths, temples, hill stations, and beaches.
Across continents and centuries, music has echoed through deserts, city parks, and forts. In today's Wings, we bring you iconic music festivals from Belgium to China.
From hypnotic desert beats to strobe-lit nights under open skies, from ancient rhythms echoing through Medinas, to futuristic bass drops shaking city blocks, every corner of the world has its way of setting the stage for freedom through music. In today's Wings, we journey across iconic festivals worldwide, where passports blur, cultures clash in harmony, and sound becomes the universal language. First stop, Belgium. A fairy tale world unfolds at Tomorrowland, one of the planet's most legendary electronic dance music festivals. Held in Boom, this festival is a spectacle of light, sound, and sheer imagination. With over 400,000 attendees from more than 100 countries, Tomorrowland isn't just music, it's a movement. Uniting people under the motto, "Live today, love tomorrow, unite forever," the beats pulse with a philosophy. Now to Serbia's Petrovaradin fortress, where centuries of history become the backdrop for rebellion and rhythm. Exit, the largest festival in the region, was born from a student protest. Over 4 days, Novi Sad turns into a sonic battleground of rock, techno, hip-hop, punk, and everything in between. And when dawn breaks over the Danube, the fortress becomes more than a venue. It becomes a symbol of cultural resistance. In Berlin, Lollapalooza brings Korean K-pop energy to the festival in the German capital. With a global lineup ranging from indie to pop, hip-hop to electronica, Lollapalooza was closed out by BTS member J-Hope, who performed a 90-minute set as the final headliner.
Hello, Berlin! This is my second time at Lolla.
Capping the final day of the 3-day music festival set in the historic Olympia Park, the Korean star played 21 songs backed by a live band. Now, we head south to Essaouira, Morocco. Here, ancient African spiritual traditions blend with modern fusion. The Gnawa Music Festival is both mystical and magnetic. The hypnotic rhythms of the Gwembri fill the air, joined by jazz, reggae, and global collaborations. This isn't just a concert, but an international gathering that attracted 300,000 attendees this year. Finally, eastward to China's beating urban heart, Shanghai. Here, the Shanghai Music and the Summer Air Festival skillfully bridges east and west. The festival featured 29 live concerts and more than 20 live streams, with 4 symphony orchestras, 7 ensembles, and student groups. Europe to North Africa. From ancient rituals to cyber soundscapes, music festivals are more than just events. They're expressions of identity, rebellion, freedom, and fusion. And for the global traveler, they're invitations to dance, to listen, to connect. No matter the language, no matter the beat, the world's soundtrack awaits.
Tourists have finally been allowed to return to the Reykjanes Peninsula to witness the ongoing volcanic eruption. For those keen to visit the land of fire and ice, the time to visit Iceland is now.
A fiery spectacle is once again unfolding in Iceland. Lava and smoke rise dramatically from the Sundanuksgígar crater row near Grindavik, painting a surreal scene on Iceland's Reykjanes Peninsula. It's a sight that's both mesmerizing and mighty. Earlier this week, the power of the eruption triggered urgent evacuations. Around 100 residents were moved out of Grindavik shortly after seismic tremors signaled trouble. But now, tourists have been allowed back. Visitors flock to the site, eager to witness nature's raw beauty and drama in motion.
I've been all around Iceland with my group of 10 people from Italy, and I think it's very special because it's our last night here in Iceland, and we visited a lot of places that were like wonderful. But this is the piece of cake, we can say, because it was something very special for us, and we're grateful to Iceland for this surprise of tonight.
I fly actually about 10 hours to reach here to see the volcano. And then the first time when we came, the volcano happened. So we take a helicopter, but the view is not amazing like this. Now I stand here and then see the volcano so near me. It's really amazing and it's so impressive.
So why does Iceland see so many volcanic eruptions? The answer lies beneath the surface. Iceland sits right atop the mid-Atlantic ridge, a tectonic boundary where the North American and Eurasian plates slowly drift apart. This geological setting makes Iceland a hotbed for volcanic activity, where deep fractures in the Earth's crust let magma rise to the surface.
It's always a little scary when there's an eruption, of course. But this one is not threatening like we talked about. So being able to go and see it is really amazing and once in a lifetime experience for sure.
So here we have a kite it's like a drone kite that we put up here to have a live stream of the volcano, and the kite is. It has a string to the ground and to this generator we have here, so it can go on constantly for 24 hours, or in this instance it has been running for 72 hours straight without a hesitation, and we're live streaming the volcano to the meteorology office and to the command center and whoever needs to see it.
Grindavik itself has been no stranger to seismic unrest. Since November 2023, the area has been rumbling with activity after lying dormant for nearly 800 years. The ground beneath has stirred back to life, and it hasn't let up since. The world was reminded of Iceland's power in 2010 when a huge volcanic eruption occurred. The massive plume of ash brought global air travel to a standstill, disrupting flights across Europe and beyond for weeks. Today, While Grindavik watches cautiously and tourists marvel from a distance, Iceland continues to dance to the rhythm of the Earth's core, unpredictable, untamed, and unforgettable.
Afghanistan has recently released a new promotional video to attract tourists. Let's see if it can entice Americans to visit again.
In a bizarre bid to attract tourists, Afghanistan has taken to social media. An account on Instagram has shared videos featuring a hostage scene that went viral, for obvious reasons.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We have one message for America. Welcome to Afghanistan.
Taliban claims tourists are slowly returning to Afghanistan, some arriving by plane, others on motorbikes, bicycles or camper vans. The Taliban, in power since August 2021, is eager to welcome them.
We are making progress in the tourism industry day by day, and health and tourism have many benefits for a country. We also take into account the benefits it brings to our country and our people. And tourists who come to Afghanistan are exploring, investigating, traveling, and obtaining information that they can benefit from also.
While tourism is a significant source of revenue for many nations, Afghanistan's economic isolation, mainly due to the Taliban's severe restrictions on women, has deepened poverty among its 41 million citizens.
Our greatest effort is that Afghanistan has been challenged for a long time. It has faced many hardships, fought many wars. We want tourists to come here and actually learn about the Afghan traditions, learn about the innovation, learn about the daily life, and this is very beneficial.
For decades, conflict kept visitors away from the country's striking mountains, valleys, and historic sites. Though sporadic attacks continue, Taliban leaders claim that their rule has ended much of the insurgent violence. Still, Western nations warn against all travel, but travelers are making their way to the country, including Americans.
My concern was, as a woman, not being able to really even interact with women here. And you hear the news stories and think that you won't even maybe see women on the streets. Women won't be allowed to talk to you, that, you know, the stories that it's been outlawed for women to laugh, all of those things makes it feel, made it feel like it would be worse than it is.
Critics question the ethics of leisure travel under a regime that bans education for girls beyond primary school, restricts women's movement, and enforces strict dress codes. Despite these limits, some travelers say they visit to witness the situation firsthand, aware of the risks and the reality.
It's been one of my favorite trips I've ever taken. I think a lot of that is down to the fact that Afghan people are like unbelievably hospitable. People have been so kind and warm, and it feels really genuine.
Well, what do you think? The Deputy Minister of Tourism say all are welcome.
Yes, both men and women can come if they respect our principles and traditions.
France is known for its classic charm and refined elegance. From vintage vehicles cruising through the streets of Paris to gourmet French cuisine boldly going into space, here's a look at the many flavors of France.
Became a living museum of motor history as some 650 vintage vehicles moved across the French capital during the 18th edition of the Summer Traversée de Paris. Organized by Vincennes en Ancienne, the event brought together classic cars, motorbikes, trucks, bicycles, and even vintage buses.
The vehicle was purchased in 1933. During the war, it was stored to survive the recovery of metals to rebuild shells. Later, this car was rediscovered in its original state, just as it was at the time. I am present at the event because, first of all, it allows me to drive the car on terrains we are not used to, and above all, it allows me to be with other enthusiasts, to share a ride together, and to meet people.
It is very pleasant to drive around Paris. In this kind of vehicle, you see everything, you are elevated, and in any case, you don't go fast. And then, it's also a tribute I pay to my grandfather.
The journey kicked off in Vincennes, in eastern Paris, and rolled westward to Meudon, a tradition that brings nostalgia and style to the Parisian summer. Every year, more than 700 gleaming machines take part, offering a glimpse into the past and turning the streets into a mobile exhibition of design and innovation. But not all French adventures involve engines or cities. Increasingly, French travelers are ditching the crowds and heading for hidden corners of the countryside in search of slower, more authentic summer experiences. Cynthia, a tourist from eastern France, is spending her summer in a farm retreat nestled 800 meters above sea level, far from the bustling tourist hubs.
Seul mot-clé qu'on a tapé, c'était la déconnexion, la nature.
The only keywords we typed in were disconnect, nature, and being closer to animals. ChatGPT sent us the right address, and today we find ourselves here around the cows, feeding them and the pigs. We're totally disconnected and we're looking to get away from mass tourism.
Et on cherchait à fuir un peu tout ce tourisme de masse.
Les vacances à la ferme.
Holidays on a farm are great fun. But there's a little bit of Koh-Lanta or Indiana Jones that I wasn't expecting when I went to the farm in the Jura. Waterfalls, pure water, it's really nice. It's very cool, but when you go outside, it's nice and warm and there's no wind. It's great.
Il n'y a pas de vent, on est bien.
Je crois que bienvenue à la ferme, tout est dedans.
I think Welcome to the Farm has it all. It's the warmth, the positive exchange, the discovery of people from other professions, other countries, other departments, and then, in a way, it's about fulfilling the dream they had all week before arriving, making that dream come true so that they leave as ambassadors for agriculture.
Ils se rêvent pour qu'ils repartent en ambassadeurs de l'agriculture.
Even space isn't out of reach for France's cultural pride, its haute cuisine. As the European Space Agency prepares astronaut Sophie Adenaut for her mission to the International Space Station next year, she's taking something special with her, French gastronomy. Together with world-renowned chef Anne-Sophie Pic, one of the most revered Michelin-starred chefs, Sophie has curated a bonus space menu that includes elevated takes on classic French dishes. It's a culinary leap that blends tradition with innovation, taking the soul of French cuisine where it's never gone before.
On l'a choisi ensemble, on voulait vraiment mettre en valeur les terroirs.
We want to showcase the richness and range of French gastronomy to share our culinary heritage, including simple dishes and sophisticated creations to represent the full spectrum. Since I'm the only French person, the aim is to share these meals with my crew members.
The most important things are texture and high-temperature cooking, which are imposed constraints we can't ignore. It's also about preserving the essence of taste and texture, blending things, and mastering complexity. There has to be a sequence, not just a puree of something.
Un exemple de nourriture qu'on mange à bord, c'est finalement des choses qu'on va réhydrater.
An example of food we eat on board is basically things that will rehydrate. We add hot water to meals like this, and this is dehydrated mashed potatoes, for example, with a small dehydrated meat piece.
France continues to honor its heritage while boldly exploring new frontiers. From the ground to the stars, the French spirit is alive in motion, in flavor, and in retreat.
That's all we have for you in the show in this week's episode of Wings, but we return again next weekend with more travel content for those looking for the best experiences worldwide. Until then, it's me, Johan Castell, signing off. Goodbye.